Republican presidential candidates have been flocking to Kim Davis's side to show how devout they are, but some are finding it literally difficult to get by her side. In this clip, you're going to see Ted Cruz, running for president, trying to get near her and running up against an aide of Mike Huckabee.
That was awesome.
That was awesome, yes.
So you have all these Republican candidates.
Can I?
That was...
But the camera's pointed over there. Can I go to the camera?
This is the most amazing master graphic ever.
I love it. It was
That's so
JR's
funny,
idea.
JR. That's so good. I just love it because it just shows you how obsessed they are with Kim Davis, not because of the religious aspect of it, but because they see it as an opportunity to... I don't know, to reach out to their right-wing religious base, to pander to them. That's the word I was looking for. They're pandering to the religious base, and it's so pathetic.
Yeah.
And I just love how aggressive Ted Cruz tried to get.
Looked like he threatened him.
Yeah,
when
maybe.
He got down to... I don't entirely understand what sort of legal or law enforcement power an aide to Mike Huckabee has. How was he able to stop him? Why couldn't he just have gone like this to the aide, to that little guy?
That was a powerful aide. Yeah, let's look at it for B-roll because it's just too good.
And it's not just Ted Cruz. He also has his weird fashion twin who could have helped him out there.
Hey guys, I'm just going to go take advantage of this whole Kim Davis situation. No, but can you, I'm just trying to, photo op. I'm looking for a photo op. Can you move, please? Nope, sorry, get the fuck out of here. No, but...
No, losers over there, buddy. Losers over there.
I'm running out of time, dude. I got the photo op. I'm trying to pander to the religious people for my campaign.
I'm relevant.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Oh, he almost touched me.
Move.
I wish he would touch me. Just touch me on the chest one time. Oh, God. Oh, you can
He's like, all right,
I'm
I'm about to throw punches. That's what's going to happen. Oh, I'll be back. I'll be back.
He almost tapped
You better
him.
back down, homeboy. I'll get you.
But where he actually ended up, you're going to see in this graphic, he's pledging allegiance and also pledging revenge. Oh, poor guy. Yeah. So yeah, they like to act that they just want her because she has this direct access to Jesus. But no, what she has right now is direct access to cameras.
Yes.
And they just want to be standing next to them. And before we continue with this, because there's some also great pictures, I saw those pictures of her doing the prayer with the screaming and looking up with ecstasy on her face.
Yes.
If you didn't win an Olympic gold medal, or possibly your wife just gave birth to your first kid or something, if you have that look on your face and your hands are in the air, everyone else should just back away from you.
No, but that's
scary.
That's the amazing thing about this story, right? The fact that Kim Davis, Mike Huckabee, Ted Cruz, all three of them are on the wrong side of history when it comes to the issue of same-sex marriage. And they're basking in their own ignorance and their own hatred and bigotry. And I don't know if there will ever be a day in their lives where they'll look back at those photos and cringe. But I know that if I were a public figure on the wrong side of history on an issue like that, I would be so incredibly embarrassed. Yeah. I mean, that's now your legacy. You are on the record as being a hateful bigot who refuses, A, to do your job, and refuses to give people marriage licenses that's required under law at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when the Supreme Court decision came down and gay marriage became legal, and there were the 4 justices who were against it, and I read a great tweet that said, it was something like that moment Clarence Thomas realizes, or the 4 realize that they're going to be the villains in an Oscar-winning movie someday.
Yeah.
Like Kim Davis, that picture of her, like with her hands in the air, that's going to be a black and white photo in some history book someday, assuming we still have history books.
Well, I mean, if Texas continues to get its way and they get to decide what they put in textbooks, then no, they probably won't do that.
On top of Ted Cruz not getting access to Kim Davis, we also have this photo. I believe it's a gubernatorial candidate you're going to see hanging out with both Kim Davis. You might not notice at first, but look who's peeking out from behind.
Oh my God, what a creeper! That's amazing.
So first of all, that is literally what Kim Davis's husband wore to her getting out of jail. But we'll leave that aside. Poor Ted Cruz.
Oh.
He's peeking up over the edge, like over the fence.
Just one small thing also, that was Matt Bevin.
Matt Bevin.
Who's running for the Republican side for governor in Kentucky.
Yes.
Taking a picture with the Davises. That was the fashion twin that was behind Ted Cruz when he walked out.
I thought
so. They were both coming out, and that was Bevin that was like, I don't know when he disappeared, but he said, it's basically like, when you go to the club, and the bouncer said, I don't like those shoes, get the fuck out of here. Bevin was like, well, you don't want your face to be seen very long because you might have another chance later, so he got the fuck out so he can get his opportunity later. Ted Cruz kept fighting with the bouncer.
Look at how devious he looks, too.
And the bouncer was like, listen, man.
He does abandon him.
Yeah, no, he takes off. Like, I've watched it a couple times, and I keep forgetting to notice when he bails. He's like, this party's dead. Let's get the fuck out of here.
We gotta
there he goes. He's gone. Gone.
Gone.
As soon as the police are walking out, yeah.
He said, I'm going to go catch the Davises backstage and get my Twitter picture.
I don't want to look bad on Twitter. Oh, God.
Amazing.
Yeah. Well, look, for all we know, maybe Kim Davis and her husband thought they were posing with Ted Cruz. He was wearing a blue shirt, right? Oh, let's take a picture.